everyone, this is Flora and this is my experiment number 10, Advanced Web Design. So in this experiment, I have to develop a master page using a tree view on the left side and the validation controls to ensure that the requirements are fulfilled, and a user control which could be any of the controls, example calendar or anything. So in this experiment, I would be continuing with the ninth experiment but with the master page. So what basically the master page is, of assigned a 40%, or you could have any percent of ratio towards the left side, which will be used only as a menu. So how you have a navigation panel, so this would similar assign the master node as a menu, and then the other remaining will be utilizing the content provider space. So basically the remaining 60% will be using the content provider space, and then you have the navigation URL which would display where you want that particular application to take you. And suppose if I want default home title menu to take me to the default page, it will take me using the navigate URL and then the admin. And if I want to open it in a new blank space, so I would say target equal to new. Or if I want to open it in the same, so I can say that open it in the same place. So I would prefer using new or a blank place. So when I execute this function, I will have a master node that would have a navigation bar. So if you see, I have a master node and it has navigation bar like home, which will take me to a default or different file. And but if you see this content that is there, even though on changing from this particular application to the home, that is a default file, the content remains the same. So the master page basic concept is whatever you design in the master page will remain there, and whatever the child that you want will inherit itself in the content placeholder place. So the next is, suppose the admin portal, so it will take me to a grade sheet or the one that we developed in the ninth experiment, and it will ask me to input a value. And if we try to submit, it will show required field. So this is validation control that we have used to ensure that that particular value that we have assigned is required, is compulsory. So this is the validation. And if you come next, you have students. So that will take me to the student portal, and that will show me the details of the student. And then I have a user control. So basically my user control that I have used is of that of a calendar. So I would be able to select any of the date, and then that would be loaded in the user control. So in this master page that I have designed, I have, in order to use user control, I have used a web user control. So what basically it does is, when I want to use a control, I just have to retrieve the value that is I have in the calendar, and then go to the web user control, which would perform the functions that is required, that is to retrieve the data and store it in the text field that's allocated. So this is all for experiment number 10. Thank you.